So if he retires now, he knows he might come back for another big payday or with AJ or something, but he's earned it. He's a legend.
Today, he boxed great. He did the right things. He was counter punching and he was moving well and he wasn't getting caught. And he started off with a jab. So what can you say?
The performance from Oleksandr Usyk, he stopped the fight early, but I say this before, Daniel Dubois makes so much pressure, too much pressure, he not control, and every jab, every right hand is too strong.
He was moving, but when he found the time to be aggressive, he took and
Daniel Dubois didn't just lose to Oleksandr Usyk, he surrendered to a superior force. After the fight, Dubois openly admitted how frighteningly good Usyk was, and that says everything. You could see it on his face, fear, respect, and helplessness carved into every expression. Usyk didn't just win, he broke Dubois mentally. When a fighter
on the performance, I gave everything I had. It just wasn't probably a few things I could have sharpened up on, but
praises the man who just knocked him out, it confirms the nightmare was real. Dubois talked big before the bell. He promised to shock the world, claiming he had the tools to dethrone a master. But Hamza's post-fight analysis laid it bare. Dubois was nowhere near ready. Usyk wasn't there to win on points. He came to dominate. From his cold stare during fight week to his clinical...
Usyk vacates the belts.
Hands off. Usyk fought like a heavyweight, not a cruiserweight in there tonight.
Yeah, no, he did. He stood on business, man. He stood on business and he said he was going to knock the bar out and he done exactly that.
He came to fight, not to box.
Yeah, no, for real, but you could see it all fight week. You could see it all fight week in his eyes and in his persona as well.
How good is Usyk?
Finish in the ring. Everything Usyk did screamed intention. The moment Usyk began to impose his rhythm, Dubois unraveled. All that pre-fight bravado faded fast under real pressure. Usyk didn't flinch. He calculated, adjusted, and executed with merciless precision. That's what separates champions from challengers.
He knows he's cheated and lied.
And do you think that will continue to stay the way?
Most definitely, because if he's a true believer, not just for show, saying God, Jesus, God, if he's a true believer, he has to repent.
Then came the excuses. Don Charles, clearly shaken, resorted to wild claims accusing Usyk of winning through deception and moral manipulation, but let's be honest. Dubois had his chance. He came up short. Turning the loss into a philosophical debate only exposes how rattled his corner truly was. You can't out-talk a beatdown. You have to face it. Eddie Hearn, in contrast, cut through the noise with brutal honesty. He acknowledged Usyk's greatness with clear-eyed respect. Yes, Dubois...
First round, because Dubois comes out fast like he did against AJ, and if he catches you, you're in trouble. And I think just after that, he just decided, basically, I'm not going to go on the back foot anymore. I'm going to take the fight to Dubois. And he just kind of beat him up. And obviously stops him. I mean, he's beaten AJ twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice.
Started fast, but Usyk didn't panic. He absorbed the early pressure and flipped the script. From that point on, it was target practice. Hearn highlighted the legacy in motion. Usyk beat Joshua, neutralized Fury, and now dismantled Dubois. That's dominance. That's history. Martin Bakole saw it coming. He predicted Dubois wouldn't last 5 rounds, and Usyk made sure that prediction landed like a prophecy. Bakole wasn't just making noise. He exposed the glaring flaws in Dubois' game: no plan B, no adjustments, no evolution. While Usyk came in sharp, patient, and surgical, Dubois repeated the same old patterns. This was never just about strength. It was a battle of minds. One fighter came prepared, the other relied on hope, and against someone like Usyk, hope alone will get you hurt. Timing, distance, control, Usyk mastered them all. He made it look effortless because Dubois gave him nothing to fear. And then came the voice of a legend, Lennox Lewis, one of the greatest heavyweights.
Usyk, amazing. No one was expecting that. But I said it before the fight. I said Dubois will get knocked out around 4 or 5. He will never pass 5 rounds. So because I said it, if he wanted to keep the same style that he fought with Usyk will knock him out easy. But if he changed some couple of stuff, he would done well. But no, sorry to him, and it happened today. One punch.
To ever lace up gloves was left stunned. His praise wasn't casual. It was respect earned the hard way. Lennox recognized what he saw, a masterclass. Usyk's footwork was untouchable. His jab like a scalpel. His counters, ghost-like. He wasn't just reacting. He was dictating. While Dubois swung at air, Usyk danced through shadows. Always 2 steps ahead. Always in control. Lennox has faced legends and knows what greatness looks like. And Usyk, he checked every box. This wasn't just a win, it was a blueprint on how to dismantle a bigger man with movement, timing, and pure fight IQ. While Dubois looked lost, Usyk looked possessed, with purpose, with confidence, with brilliance. And the boxing world took notice. Usyk didn't just beat Dubois. He delivered a generational performance that forced even his critics to bow. You could hear it in Daniel Dubois' voice after the fight: fear, awe, and defeat. He admitted it plainly. Usyk is scary good. That stunned tone said more than any post-fight statement. Usyk didn't just knock him out. He exposed the gap in class. He mentally broke Dubois. And when your opponent openly praises you after such a loss, that's legacy-level dominance. Then came Conor Benn, raising the stakes even higher. Without hesitation, he called Usyk the best heavyweight in the world. He even went as far as to compare him to Muhammad Ali. Bold, maybe, but crazy? Not anymore. Usyk has conquered 2 weight classes, unified titles, outclassed elite opponents, and never once looked out of place. That's not hype. That's greatness. While others wilt under pressure, Usyk thrives in chaos. Dubois had size, power, and youth. Usyk had the mind of a general and the heart of a warrior. Conor Benn sees it clearly. Usyk is setting the standard in a heavyweight division full of noise but lacking substance. He shows up. He delivers. He evolves. Ali-level respect isn't handed out easily, but Usyk is earning it, fight by fight, with no shortcuts, no excuses. There's no blueprint to beat him, and that's the terrifying part. And just when you thought the praise couldn't sting anymore for Dubois, his own sister Caroline Dubois made it personal. She didn't just praise Usyk, she indirectly
as good as Muhammad Ali. It's not a crazy thing to say, I don't think, at this point.
Yeah, the thing is, you can't really do the comparisons. Do you know what I mean? But I do think he's one of the best currently now to do it.
Who do you want to see Usyk fight next, or just sail off?
He can sail off into the sunset, and he's done everything. Do you know what I mean? He's phenomenal fighter, man. You're watching him. I'm just watching him. I'm going, oh my god. Like, that's God.
Directly called out Daniel. You can't fake that, she said. A quiet but brutal truth. Usyk's rise has been fueled by discipline, growth, and sheer will. Daniel's career, by contrast, is starting to look like wasted potential. Caroline knows what she's saying. She watched Usyk rise through cruiserweight, dismantle heavyweights, and handle pressure like a champion. She also watched her brother fold in the biggest moment of his life. Her calm admiration for Usyk was louder than any insult, because it echoed disappointment in her own blood. Then Dave Allen dropped the hammer. He didn't pull punches. He gave Usyk his flowers, and exposed Dubois at the same time. He called
phenomenal athlete to move up in weight, to become undisputed, cruiserweight, undisputed heavyweight. That speaks of his talent. You know, you can't fake that.
Called Usyk the best of this generation and labeled Dubois' performance as poor. Not unlucky, not robbed, just poor. Allen's take was honest and cutting. There was no urgency, no real strategy, and absolutely no answer to Usyk's brilliance. Dubois had everything to prove, and gave us nothing memorable in return. Allen knows firsthand how difficult it is to succeed at the top, and that's what makes his praise for Usyk so meaningful. It's rare to see a fighter so widely respected, even by those outside his camp. Usyk's earned that through skill, heart, and consistency. And Martin Bakole, he didn't just critique Dubois, he buried him. Bakole called it before the first bell. He said Dubois wouldn't survive 5 rounds, and Usyk made sure that prophecy came true with surgical precision. This wasn't trash talk, it was insight. Bakole exposed Dubois' weaknesses before they were even
He's beat everybody, he's literally beat everybody. You could say he's not beat Wiley, you could say it's Thomas, Sultan, Parker. He's beat everybody. Daniel Dubois, for me, Daniel Dubois was poor tonight. I know we're not getting onto that yet, but he was poor tonight. But he's beat Fury twice, he's beat Joshua twice, he mopped up at cruiserweight. He's done it all. Yeah, there's nothing really much else to add.
televised. No jab, no plan B, no progression. Dubois walked into the ring like a man unaware of the storm ahead. Bakole's final jab, that Dubois deserved the knockout. That's raw. That's personal. You could feel the disgust in his tone, like a fighter offended that Dubois didn't rise to the moment. Meanwhile, Usyk evolved. He adjusted. He dominated. While Dubois looked stiff and confused, Usyk looked like a master chess player. 3 moves ahead at all times. His movement, control, and timing were on another level. Bakole's not exaggerating. Usyk is the guy at both cruiserweight and heavyweight. His resume is a graveyard of big names, and Dubois added nothing new to the mix. He tried to bluff, and Usyk called it, brutally. Bakole wasn't just impressed. He sounded almost shaken. He called Usyk a machine.
Even today, before today, Daniel Dubois would never pass 5 rounds if he kept boxing like the same way he boxed last time he fought Usyk. But he did the same. There was no jab, nothing changed. He deserved the knockout because he never...
And when a fellow heavyweight uses that word, it's not hype, it's warning. Bakole knows what it takes to stay undefeated at this level. What Usyk is doing, it's rare, it's terrifying, it's real. Admiration mixed with disbelief. That's the vibe every top fighter has when they talk about Usyk now. He hasn't just survived the heavyweight jungle, he's conquered it with brain, feet, and fire. Dubois looked like a statue beside him. Usyk flowed like electricity. Every movement calculated, every punch backed by intention. No one moves like him, no one adapts like him. Bakole even floated the idea, Usyk could retire now and no one could question his greatness. He's cleaned house. Whether he walks away or continues his reign, the division knows, he's the king, and nobody's close. Then David Adelaide chimed in with a final word of clarity. Yes, Dubois showed heart, but Usyk, he showed levels. That's the bottom line. Usyk isn't just undefeated, he's untouched. He's not just beating opponents, he's rewriting the playbook. He's boxing's grandmaster, outthinking.
This moment now is the best. Retire or keep fighting. He done well, he done amazing. This guy is a machine, so it's the best. Why not, to be honest? So he's still undefeated.
Outmoving and outlasting everyone they put in front of him. And while the division scrambles to figure him out, Usyk keeps walking forward, like the storm he is. David Adelaide offered a balanced take. Yes, Dubois showed heart by stepping up, but the spotlight belongs undeniably to Oleksandr Usyk. Let's be clear, just entering the ring with Usyk takes guts, but courage alone doesn't win championships. Usyk operates on a different level, a level most heavyweights can't even reach, let alone compete with. Adelaide summed it up best. Credit to Usyk for pulling it off time and time again. That kind of consistency isn't normal, it's legendary. Dubois came with hope. Usyk came with a plan. Dubois swung with power. Usyk moved with precision. It almost felt unfair how easily Usyk neutralized the size, strength, and youth advantage Dubois held. And Adelaide's words cut to the core. Heart means nothing without composure, intelligence, and skill. Dubois may have shown bravery, but he still lags miles behind when it comes to control.
And I think he's proven himself so many times that it's kind of crazy that people doubt him. But you got to give credit to Daniel for getting in there. He tried a thing. And more credit to Usyk for pulling it off.
Controlling a fight. Usyk doesn't just win, he dissects. He makes world-class opponents look average. And that's a terrifying reality for every heavyweight waiting in the wings. Then came Tony Bellew, someone who shared the ring with Usyk and lived to tell the tale. His praise was chilling. Bellew pinpointed the reason Usyk is almost unbeatable: adaptability. Nobody in the sport right now adjusts mid-fight or even mid-round, like Usyk. Bellew broke it down clearly. Usyk didn't just train for Dubois, he transformed. He slowed his own footwork deliberately to match Dubois' tempo, then used that slower rhythm to expose Dubois' mechanical movement. That's not just boxing IQ, that's genius. While Dubois was stuck in familiar habits, shadow boxing illusions,